Hi, my name is Quanasia and welcome to my 5-minute book corner where I tell to you about books or series that I recently read for 5 minutes. This book is called Sweet Love by Lolah, Lace, and Girl. It's an interracial relationship and a age gap relationship. The female main character was black. We love that, okay? And she was recently divorced, I believe, or her ex-husband wasn't shit. I think she divorced his ass, right? Boom. She was running her parents' candy shop. Oh, and she took over for her little sister because her little sister ran a candy shop for her whole life, basically. And she told her sister, go and live your life for the summer and send her sister on about her business. And she went back to Bakersville. That's what's going. I'm gonna call it because I don't remember the name, but she went back to Bakersville to handle the shop, right? The mailman character, a young white man who was in a boy band, and he's there for recovery purposes. Well, he was on the stroll trying to find him some crack, and he happened upon the candy store, and he went in there and looked upon Miss Girl, and said, "Oh, this is some fine piece of ass." And he decided, and she said, "Oh, you here for the job?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm here for the job." Either way, he got the job. Okay, he automatically started flirting with her, and she was like, "You is too young, sir. Please go about your business. My child is 1 year older than you." And he was like, "Okay, Ian Beach, like, you can still get this work, right?" Boom. So then they eventually started hunching. Okay, he did not tell this lady, and he had a fake accent. Okay, she didn't know who he was, what band he was in. The little girls would come in the shop and be like, "You look exactly like so and so," and he'd be like, "I be hearing that a lot." Meanwhile, he is so and so. So anyways, he had his fake accent, hunching on her. He fall in love with her. She's falling in love with him, but she's like, "Listen, this is just for the summer. This is not a real thing." Anyway, towards the end of the summer, he's telling her, "Okay, bitch, I'm gonna tell you who I really am. I am so and so. Them people keep saying I look like, and I'm also a crackhead. Well, recovering crackhead, right?" So she bypasses the crackhead part and really stuck on that he's actually a billionaire, trillionaire, whatever the fuck, in a boy band. He lied about that. He's also British, or from London, whatever the fuck, British. Lied about that. Okay, had a fake accent and lied about his name. So now she's like, "Okay, I could get past the crackhead part, but you was lying about everything else, which is crazy to me. You got a crackhead teeny bopper is out of this world." But anyways, long fucking story short, she actually forgives him. But she's like, "Listen, this is just for a summer situation, and then I'm on about my business," right? So she leaves. She goes back to Chicago, right? But he follows her. He shows up at her doorstep, and they still hunt her. He's making his way to her wherever. He's coming back. He's asking her to go to him. They going back and forth. They loving each other down. But she finally tells her kids, her son is like 16 or whatever, and the daughter is 21, I believe. She's in school, okay? The daughter didn't give a damn. She like, "Live your best life." The son at first was like, "I don't really know, but this man, he's cool people. I don't mind," right? They talk about video games, and he, you give kids a game or iPad and they love you, whatever. So boom, they still talking back and forth. The ex-husband pops up in the house and is like, "Who is this in my house?" And she had to tell him, "Nigga, this ain't your house no more. I got this in a divorce. Get your ass out of my house," right? And the boyfriend, the crackhead, the ex-crackhead, showed her out the door. Well, not her, him out the motherfucker door. He's pissed, right? Now, before this, the son was like, "Ma, guess what the fuck I found out?" The son was giving her tea all summer and was like, "This man got a new baby on the way, right? But it's not by the girlfriend, okay? This baby is 3 years old," meaning he got that lady pregnant while he was still married to this lady. Crazy work, right? She happy she got rid of that nigga, okay? Boom. He takes her over there across the pond to meet his family, right? Because his mama was murdered by some nigga and the dad offed himself, okay? He takes her over there to meet the family. They love her. He's wondering where, the family, his mom and dad's stuff was at after, the dad took his life and whatever the case may be. The little cousin was like, "Oh, all your stuff is up in the attic." So he goes up in the attic, finds the dad's suicide letter, finds out that the motherfucker that murdered the mama was his actual daddy. Crazy word, right? Boom. So now he goes off the hinges, right? Goes leaves and find him a good crack house. Okay, she's calling his bandmates like, bitch, I can't find him, he done left me here with these white people, can you help me? And they like, I think I know which crack house he at. And they go and they find him, and he's high as hell, and he tells her basically, I don't like you, I don't love you, fuck you, right? So she's like, you know what, I'm too old for this shit. She leaves, she goes back to Chicago. Well, he's coming down from that high, and he's starting to understand, bitch, I actually really did love her. That's crazy work. Let me go get my baby back. And he goes back to Chicago, gets her back, and he talks her into having his baby. Now, before he goes into his crack binge, he and her decide that they are going to try for a baby. Now, she already told him she's not getting married again. He's like, fine, I don't care. Give me some fucking kids, right? So before he goes on this crack binge, she decides to go into surrogacy and, you know, get her eggs out, all this and that, because she didn't think she would be able to get the baby, carry the baby, because she just turned 40 or whatever the case may be. So he's like, yeah, whatever, I want my baby. But then he goes on this crack binge and she like, fuck you, right? Well, boom, they get back together and she's like, well, I'm pregnant, right? He's happy, he's in a band, he's living his best motherfucking life. At the end of the book, he's basically like, yay, you know, she gave me my baby and I'm trying to have another one. That's what happened, y'all. That's what happened. This older black lady fell in love with this young man, and come to find out he's a British crackhead. That's crazy work. Anyways, if you read this book or series before, comment down below. If you have not read it, I don't think it's a series. No, it's not a series. It's a book. If you read this book, comment down below. If you have not read it, go read it. Come back and tell me what you think of it. Do you agree with me? Is he a British crackhead? Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.